Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're doing great. Aman here, your host. Today I'm very excited and you all are going to be very excited because we have very special person with us. Before we continue, I would like to introduce him. Currently, he is working as an associate software engineer at Cell and having 3 years of experience in building API interfaces using technology Azure, C#, .NET Core. And he has also great experience with the technology Express.js, Node.js, AWS Cloud in building APIs. So it's time for welcome, very talented, very humble, the one and only Hers. Hers, over to you. Welcome here. So how are you feeling right now?
Hi, Aman. Thank you. Thank you so much for such a wonderful introduction. So, I'm feeling so good over here. And again, like, firstly, again, I just want to say thank you to the viewers who will be viewing this entire video of this podcast, right? So, yeah, thank you.
Yeah, and really thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much for joining, and it is going to be very excited today. So, starting from the schooling and all, your education. Firstly,
Yeah,
schooling, you are going to explain about your schooling after that college and how was the atmosphere of your college. Please go ahead.
yeah, sure. So, I did my schooling in 2015, okay, 2015, and in my from science background only. And then I shifted from science background to law background. Okay, so I took admission in Whips College, okay, as for PA LLB course. But in that point onwards, from that point onwards, I was not feeling that much connected with that domain. I was not finding that domain that much interesting, right? So then, after taking a very that decision was not easy for me. So what I did, I just left out the course in between, and then shifted to computer science. So I took admission in BTech in computer science engineering in Amity University, Noida. And from that point onwards, my computer science journey started. Like all the 4 years that I've completed, and then I was able to secure placement from three companies: Paytm, Shell, and DXC Technology. And after careful consideration, I decided to go ahead with Shell. So that's a brief journey, I would say, from schooling to from schooling to college. Okay, so if you ask me to talk about how my entire journey was spent, especially from first, second, third, and fourth year. So from first year, I would say first year my main focus was just to concentrate on the subjects, because for me it was pretty much important to have a really good CGPA, because I got to know that most of the really good companies come to my university, and they pick up students who are having really good CGPA. So I tried to maintain my CGPA around 9 throughout the 4 years. And in the first year, as I mentioned, that I keep on making notes. Like there are a lot of good subjects, computer science subjects, which were introduced to me, like C and all other computer science subjects. So I keep on making notes parallelly. And not only in this, like I did this in first year, I followed the same practice throughout the 4 years. Because I believe in fourth year, when the placements usually start at that time, you will not be having that much time to prepare notes and just get that you are just going through all the YouTube videos, you're quickly
Exactly.
trying to cover up a lot of things. It's become very, difficult to cover those many subjects at the end.
Exactly.
So what I did, I started making notes for the semesters. Like in the first semester, I'm not able to recall exactly, but I think my first semester I was introduced to the subject of operating system, first or second year, I think. So I started making notes from that point onwards only. And if I talk about second year, total second year, I did start the coding part, but I think by the end of second year, I started doing the coding stuff, because I got to know that it is something which is very important. Like I would say now, it is like one of the most important thing if you are from the background of computer science, right? Then what I did, from third year, by the end of third year, I believe I was I completed DSA, data structure algorithms part. Apart from this, I was having I was having notes of computer operating system, database management, networking. Even my university is having a tie-up with Cisco Academy, Cisco CCN Academy. So they asked us to complete Cisco CCNA certification as well. So I completed that as well during my college only. And in my fourth year, my main focus was to build. I think yeah, in fourth year only, my main focus was to complete my final semester project. Okay, so it's a year-long project. So I did a project in machine learning in my fourth year, and I have seen one thing, that most of people don't take this fourth year project seriously.
Mm,
Okay,
exactly.
but I would suggest to the viewers of this video, please don't do this mistake. If you are having a chance, to do a like year long project in your fourth year, please do that with seriousness, because like if you will be putting your all efforts into that particular project, so at least you can add that project in your resume, right? And you can talk about it more and more in your interview. So that's why I would say, like, give proper focus to your projects, especially your final year project, right? Then I think from in fifth, not fifth, in seventh semester only, seventh by the end of seventh semester, I was placed in all the three companies. But again, there was a rule of 2 and minus 1 that we'll have to follow in our university, and not only in our university, most of university there's a rule that you will not be able to sit in some of the placement if you are able to secure a very good, very good placement in any of the companies, right? But after that, I started applying for a couple of off-campus placements as well. So yes, like I was not able to secure that because my main focus was completely towards to build a proper year-long project. So I was completely focusing on that part. So yeah, that's all about my 4 year journeys in brief, I would say.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was quite great, and you got placement in three companies also. It was very good companies, isn't it? So many of us are very excited about the internships opportunity, whether we are in college or out of the college. So have you got any paid internships or unpaid internships?
Yeah, so I would say that was a time period of COVID. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so we all know that what was the situation at that time, like no internships and everything was going online. So unfortunately, I was not able to get, I would say, paid internship, but it's a sort of a apprenticeship, right? Where they will be giving some couple of projects. So we will be building the projects and we will be getting the skills as well, right? So
Yes.
I built around 4 to 5 projects, and they evaluated us on that project. I would say properly they evaluated us, and only then they provided the certificate. So like even our universities ask us that if you're getting, like, if you want to go for the research internship or any sort of apprenticeship, then you can go for that, because at that time, like we all know that the time period was very difficult for everyone, right? Especially the COVID period. So just because of that, I was into that part.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm very curious to know about that if someone has not done any internships, paid or unpaid, and if he or she wants any type of job after completing
Hmm.
the graduation or engineering, okay, so he or she can secure any job.
Yes, definitely. See, I know some of the students who were able to get good placements, even those students who didn't do any sort of internship in their
Yes.
college period, right? So the most important thing is, like, you should be having really good projects in your resume. Like if you are not able to do internships, completely fine, not an issue. You can try to work on your personal projects. It's
Okay.
completely fine, but make sure that whatever the projects you are building, you should be aware about that particular project in and out everything,
Exactly.
right? Secondly, like I've seen, like most of the people keep on saying that you will have to make very complex projects to just make yourself stand out apart from the crowd. But I would say it's not compulsory if you are building a simple, to-do application as well. And to be honest, it's not that simple. If you will try to add a lot of features, it's going to more and more complex. So if you are building normal to-do application or something like weather prediction, something, those applications completely fine, not an issue. The most important thing is whatever the things you are using while building that project, you should be aware of all those things in and out. That
Exactly.
is something which is very important. So it's, to be honest, like most of the companies, especially I talk about on-campus companies, they they don't have that much expectations from their students, and there is a limited amount of, I would say, curriculum or syllabus
Yes.
from which they just want to test the candidate. For example, your data structure algorithms,
Yes.
your projects. Now it doesn't matter like it's a web development project or ML or data analyst, data engineer project, right? And third thing, like most of the, like some of the companies give priority to CGP as well, especially if you are applying to the on campus. But off campus CGP also doesn't matter, but still it is advisable to having at least 7.5 to or 8, or like more than that. It would be really good, or I would say the safest option. So yeah.
Yes. So yeah, it was quite great. And as you mentioned that you have completed the DSA part in third year of your engineering, isn't it?
Hmm.
So what is the role of DSA in cracking any type of great job or any type of internships?
See, if I talk about jobs, the companies, or the type of companies like which are really, I would say DSA is something which everyone should know.
Yes.
Okay. Now it is up to you if you really want to go in depth, or if you want to keep on practicing, if you really want to, you are having that much interest in keep on solving the questions, you can do that. No one is going to stop you, right? But the thing is, you will have to identify the type of company in which you are applying. If I talk about HFT companies, high frequency trading firm, I think this is the full form. So if you are applying in HFT companies, then they aggressively test your DSA skills. Literally, they are going to grill you a lot in DSA part, right? Like for example, Graviton. and Top Research Capital. So like these companies literally test your DSA knowledge a lot. If I talk about second, your product-based companies like Microsoft, Google, or other companies, Cisco, Shell, and all these companies test your DSA skills. But I would say they consider other part as well. For example, your projects, your lot of things they also consider, like when they are testing your like when you apply for the I would say even off campus or on campus, it's going to be the same. Okay. Now, if I talk about third thing, startups, then in startups, again, there are two things. If it is an early stage startup, then
Exactly.
they are going to focus a lot on your development skills, literally
Mm.
a lot. If I
Yes.
talk about it's a very well established startup or like it's like spent literally good amount of years, then they are going to judge you on development and DSA both. Now
Yes.
coming to the difficulty level, to be honest, that no one can predict. But again, if you want to predict the difficulty level, then you can read Geeks for Geeks interview experience. Like a lot of people keep on sharing interview experience on that platform. You can check out LeetCode, you can check out Glassdoor, you can check out other platforms as well. So people keep on sharing their experiences, even YouTube, right? So yeah, so that's all.
Yeah, and really it is very helpful because you mentioned the platform also from where a student can learn the DSA and solve the DSA problems. And can you recommend some of the YouTubers also who teaches DSA really well?
Definitely. So when and only our
The
strivers, right?
Striver, Raj
Take
Vikramaditya.
exactly. So
Yes.
I would say now he has launched his entire platform, Tough Plus. So I would strongly recommend people to explore that platform and if possible enroll for that. It's a very good platform.
Yes.
And apart from this, if you want, there is one YouTube channel Coding. So they're also having a lot of I would say that's also very good YouTube channel that you can explore for preparation of your TSA. So I would say these two are my resources which I still follow, okay, for my TSA preparation.
And what about the Striver seat, A to Z seat?
Yes. So there are two types of sheets, SD sheet and A to Z. So at that time when I was preparing, so A to Z sheet was not there. At that time SD sheet was there. So I solved that sheet, but again not all of the questions, but some of the questions. Now there's one more sheet, A to Z sheet. Now I'm like preparing from that sheet as well. So if you want, yes, it's very good sheet I would say.
And yes, coming to the most interesting part about the salary packages and all. So, if someone is doing solving the problems of DSA and doing the development
Hmm.
also, or he or she want to crack good companies, so what would be the starting salary of any product-based companies or service-based companies? Can you elaborate more about it, please?
See, to be very frank, it's a very subjective question. It literally differs from company to company.
Yes.
But if I talk about average salary for a product-based company, then it can be around 15 to 20 lakh per annum. Right? CTC I'm talking about.
Yeah.
If I talk about your service-based company, then it can lie in the range of 3 to 5 or 6, or some of the times 8 as well, 7, 8 around that, right? If I talk about really very good companies like another level, like for example Google, Microsoft, though they are also a product-based company, but their
Yes.
salary package is literally very high, right? Even Palo Alto as well. So these companies are having, like I would say, their package is not that much fixed. But if you want, you can definitely look out lead code discussion section. People keep on sharing salary breakdown for freshers or experienced people.
So it was for the associate software engineer role. So you
Yes.
were discussing
No, I
about.
would say, yeah. So I would say in companies, like companies are having different roles. For example, if I talk about Shell, so we have different job groups and roles, right? Like it's not like that you will have to be in a particular role for 1 year, 2 year, 3 year. Like every company is having their different job roles.
Yes.
Like if I talk about some other company XYZ, in that company they might be having literally like 9, 10 job roles, right? So that's what I'm saying. It depends on the company that how much they are going to offer you. For example, if I talk about Shell specifically, then
Yes.
they are having like limited number of job groups. But yes, they try to give you the best, which is as per the market standard that I can definitely say. And similarly, if I talk about other companies, they might be having different job groups and they are going to
Yes.
offer you accordingly.
So, if someone wants to crack the good company, so what are the best platform to reach out for the jobs? Like we heard about the
Hmm.
LinkedIn, Naukri, and all. Can you recommend some more good platforms for the job search or internships?
Definitely. So first one is as usual are LinkedIn, right?
Yes.
Second one is Naukri,
Yes.
okay. Third is Indeed,
Yes.
and fourth is Simply Hired,
Simply
okay.
hard.
Yeah, and you will find number of internships openings on Simply Hired and Indeed, and I will strongly recommend it. And if I talk about LinkedIn, so I will say like it's a very good platform, but Now you will have to take some extra steps as well if you really want to secure a good internship or job. Now on the LinkedIn, if I particularly talk about it. So you have to be very careful on LinkedIn, and you should know some tips and tricks that how to
Yes.
approach to people on LinkedIn.
Yes.
And these are other things which is very important to know if you are applying for job on LinkedIn.
Yes, I would like to recommend something. If you are literally very good in connecting with the people, or you can reach out to the people,
Correct.
definitely you can put your resume there and you can ask for the referral. Okay.
Yes,
If
definitely.
if you maintain that boundary, if you maintain professionalism, then it will
Yes, yes.
it would be very easier for the students to crack the internships also to get the job.
Yes. So, for example, if I talk about LinkedIn, so it's not like that you will have to just simply drop a message and just your resume on LinkedIn.
Yes.
Like for example, what I've seen, like even I keep on getting a lot of messages on LinkedIn. People keep on writing a 7, 8, 10 lines of paragraph and
Yes.
then resume.
Yes.
To be honest, I'm not that much interested. I will not be having that much time to read all those 7, 10 lines and then resume. So just keep it very short, like hardly 2 to 3 lines, okay, and then directly share a resume with job ID and job link, all these three things, right? That's it. That's more than sufficient because if I will be opening your resume, then automatically I will get to know about your skills and everything. You don't need to write your entire paragraph in 9 10 lines, right? Apart from this, I would say apart from asking for the reference, take one extra step. Ask the person if that person can pitch on your behalf
Yes.
with the hiring manager. But
Yes.
again, be very careful while doing this because if you know that person or like if you like met that person like in any meetup or 1 or 2 times, then you can do this thing. But if you don't know that person, then I would suggest not to do that like this thing. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So you talked about you cracked 3 companies. So it was on campus or off campus. And if someone wants to crack the good companies, if he or she hasn't cracked on campus, then it will be more easier to crack off campus. What is your intake here?
Yes, yes. So see, I cracked all the 3 companies on campus,
Yes.
but I recently cracked off-campus companies as well. But I've not preferred to take the names because of some of the policies,
Yes.
right? But I can say one thing that it's my personal observation. If you're applying for the off-campus companies, then you have to be really good in one of your skills. For example, what I'm seeing nowadays, like I got this observation after applying in multiple companies, to be honest, and I was I was getting rejections from a lot of companies. So what I have observed, for example, you are really good in one stack, or you are good in C Sharp, or you are good in Java, you are good in machine learning, you are good in data engineering. Like you have experienced a lot of things. Like so, what I have seen, like what most of people do, that they try to mention all the things in a single resume,
Hmm.
and that's one of the biggest mistake. Even I was doing the same thing few months back. Then I realized it's very important to have separate resume. If you are applying for the data engineering job, then then you will have to mention maximum things about data engineering. Be it your personal project, it's completely fine, not an issue. Right? If you're applying for the software development job, then try to include maximum things for that particular domain. Okay. If I talk about machine learning, then you will have to like your resume should look like that. Yes, it's a machine learning resume. Not like okay, you're applying for the machine learning role, but you're from a software development background. That
Yes.
is something that's not going to work out. Right. Apart from this, I would say like try to target the companies who are asking for your niche skills. Don't apply for the companies which are asking very vague things. For example, like I'm not talking to take the name of the company, but I was looking at the job description. They were asking for C Sharp, JavaScript role, and
Hmm.
everything. I
Hmm.
was not able to understand what they are trying to like say, like what they are trying to ask, or like what they are actually looking for. So then I started looking for the skill specific specific roles. For example, Java developer,
Yes.
.NET developer, okay, computer vision engineer, I would say NLP engineer, something like that. Okay, so check your niche skills in which you are really good at and try to target those specific job roles. That I would suggest.
Exactly. It was the great point you mentioned here.
Hmm.
And many of us are very confused in the college day only, like either I should go for the data science field or I should choose the development field,
Hmm.
development with DSA and all. So what is your intake here?
So I would say one thing, it's your college time, especially I would say 2 to 3 years. Do experiments, literally do
Yes.
experiments.
Yes.
Do full stack like using Merl or Java or .NET or whatever you want to do. Right? Do experiments. Learn machine learning. Like to be honest, you will get to know that you are having interest in that particular field or not in just 2 or 3 months. Not a problem. like max to max what will happen, you will not like that, that's it, but at least you will be having at least some sort of knowledge that okay, what is machine learning, what are the algorithms are there. It's
Yes.
completely fine, not an issue, because college is for the experiments, especially I would say initially 2 to 3 years, because you are not aware of all these things in advance in your like college, sorry, in your school. That's why you're taking admission in college, so that you can get to know okay, these are the things, and now it's the time for me to do experiments by learning a couple of things, and later on by third year and or fourth year you will get to know that where your interest actually lies in. And even if you're not able to get like what is your interest, it's completely fine, not an issue. You can firstly like the most important thing is to secure a job. Get a
Yes.
one job or two job offer letters. Start working, okay? Like while you're working, check like whatever the things you're working, like whatever the things you are using for building projects in your workplace. Is it really useful for you? Or like are you literally loving that particular tech stack or not? If not, then like you will have to check like where you want to go, be it your software development or machine learning or gen AI or I would say quantum computing or any other stuff. But one thing remember, like remember one thing, that you cannot be good at all the things.
Yes.
Like I have seen nowadays, like what people are trying to do, they are trying to cover everything in a single go, like within 6 months or 1 year. To be honest, if you are doing this thing, like it's one of the, I would say it's very bad approach.
Yes.
Okay, try to spend good time in a particular tech stack and then move to the next one. That's my take.
Yes, definitely. You added very beautiful point here. Like, if you are very good enough in one field at least, either in data science field or in development field, you should proceed with that. After exploring
Correct.
1 or 2 years in the college life only, you would able to know that what is best fit for you, and
Correct.
it is going to really help you a lot in future also. So no worries at all. But does it applies for mechanical engineering or civil engineers also? Because we are going to leave
Hmm.
the CSEs, computer science engineers
Yes.
or IT, data science, AML students. What is your intake about mechanical engineer and civil engineers? If they
Yes, I
want,
know. Like, yeah, like I got your question. So even I have seen a lot of profiles on LinkedIn. Right, those
yes,
people who are having background from mechanical, but they are literally working in fine-based companies like
yes,
Amazon, Google. Even they are coming from civil or chemical or this mechanical background, right? So it's not like that you cannot like work in those companies. You can definitely work in those companies software developer, but I would say that you will have to put a lot of extra efforts from your end. Okay, for the initial years after completing your college, you will have to work in some startups, okay, and you will have to understand the things, and you will have to go through some of the computer science core subjects, operating system, database management system, computer networks, right, all these things. And I'm not saying that you will have to know all these subjects in depth, no, but you should be aware of the things which are widely asked in such companies like
yes,
software based companies, okay. So I would say definitely it's not like that. If you're from some different backgrounds, you will not be able to become a software developer. Definitely you can, and and max to max, like what you can do, I would say, if you are like interested in machine learning, so there is something called SkyML, scientific machine learning, where you can try to
yes,
embed your mechanical knowledge and your ML knowledge combined and try to apply in such companies which are dealing with mechanical thing, but
yes,
they are hiring for machine learning engineers as well.
yes.
Okay, so you will have to, plan the things very, very strategically in that case. That I would say. But
And
yes, it's definitely possible.
yes, and company doesn't matter at all. If you are skilled enough, you can crack any companies with your skills, and you should be very confident towards your skills. Okay, whatever branches you come from, either mechanical engineering or civil engineering, you can crack the good companies. Okay,
Correct.
you want to talk about the same, right?
Yes,
And
definitely.
definitely, I think many people should start at least one job, either it is 3 lakh per annum, 4 lakh per annum, or 5 lakh per
True,
annum.
true.
After
The most
definitely,
important thing is to get the experience. That is
exactly,
literally the most important thing.
yes. After few months, they can easily switch from one company to other company, and it
Yes,
will
see,
be
I would say even if you don't want to take the switch, it's completely fine. See, if you are getting a very good salary, or if you are getting a lot of learning opportunities,
mm,
or if you are getting a like if you are getting really good work life balance, okay, or like the company is providing you a lot of benefits, right? So definitely it's not like that you will have to keep on switching the companies. It is completely up to you. It is completely up to your priorities. So I would say, even I would suggest not to switch companies very frequently or for a very short period of time. I've seen people keep on switching companies after 4 months or 6 months. To be honest, it's a red flag for the recruiters. Like I've seen some of the profiles who literally keep on switching companies, and even they switch companies from Microsoft to Google within 4 months duration. I'm not aware like how they are doing such things, But I would say, like, at least stay in a company for 1.5 years, and then you can start looking outside for other companies. Because
Yes.
see, I'm not sure how people keep on getting to know about a company within 4 months. It's very difficult thing.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so you should literally try to spend couple of time in the company and try to understand their business, and you have to understand that whatever the contribution you are putting in, how it is going to help the company's business. That is also very like important thing to consider. Yeah.
So you are working as an associate software engineer currently, and how companies' atmosphere or people really matters a lot in current days. Please, can you mention some of
Yes.
the specific points, so that people can learn from them?
Yeah. So if you talk about, like, if you're asking particularly about Shell, so I would say it's a very good company, no
Yes.
doubt in this. And it's a product-based company in oil and gas domain, and they are having their own applications as well. Okay. And I would suggest, if you get a chance to work at Shell, go ahead. It's a very good company. I would say, like, hell number of learning opportunities. Growth is very good, and work-life balance is also good. People are very good, and the best thing is they literally care about their employees, and their main motto is safety. They cannot compromise with the safety at all. So for them, the safety is the utmost priority. Your mental health and everything is very important for them. So I would say, if you're getting a chance to work at Shell, go ahead with this. I would say it's a very good company. Okay. So yeah, and I would say networking is equally very important, right? If you're like, I'm not just talking about Shell specifically, but I'm talking about this in general. If you're working at Shell or any other company, I would suggest to try to connect with number of people within your company. Okay, try to schedule a call with them, or I would say get to know yourself, or GTK by call with your managers, or different managers within your department. Try to connect with them and try to tell about yourself, or, and try to get to know about them, like, from those people as well, like what's their background, what they are doing, and all that stuff. So that's how you build your networking skills bit by bit.
Yes.
Okay, and not only this, I would say, try to organize some sessions, some activities within your team, within your company, so that people get to know about
No.
you,
Yes.
that okay, what actually you are.
Yes.
Okay, so it's not like that you will have to, like, put yourself in that shell, not company, but in that shell, so you will have to
Yes.
come out from that shell,
Yes.
and you will have to start exploring other things as well. I would say, don't just limit yourself to the tech side. I mean to say, stick to the tech, but there are multiple things within tech that you should be the part of.
Yes. At last, you want to say network is the net worth. Okay. Coming to the next point, I got lots of queries in differentiating, like either I should go for the development or data science part because AI is going to take our
Hmm.
jobs. So what is your
Hmm.
intake in that? Is really AI going to take our jobs, or what is the impact of AI in today's job scenarios?
Hmm. See, like, I would say one thing again, you cannot be good in all the things.
Yes.
Okay, after some, I would say after a couple of years, it's going to be a good, I would say, good craze of quantum computing. So at that time, people will be like, okay, I want to be in quantum
Uh,
computing. So see, tech is, tech will keep on evolving. You cannot be good in everything, but yes, you
yes.
should be, like, you should know, like, what actually this is, what this thing. You should be know this stuff, right? I would say for software developers, they should be aware of what they should be aware of, like, what they will have to learn from AI.
Uh,
Okay, so AI is a very vast domain, right?
yes.
So if I talk about this generative AI specifically, like, I can see, like, most of the people are talking about you should be aware of machine learning algorithms in that and all those things. I would say not really required. Okay, if you want to be a Gen AI developer, and Gen AI is something which is actually important for the software developers. They really don't need to know, like, okay, how to build the models, how to train the models. All those things are literally not required at all. Okay, I would say you should know, like, what all the things are literally important for you to learn from that AI landscape. That is something that people should know. Otherwise, things will keep on coming. It doesn't make any sense to learn everything whatever keep on coming. Right? For example, like, I know a couple of people in the testing department or testing team. They are trying to integrate AI within their domain. I
Yes.
know a couple of people who are working as a business analyst. They are trying to understand how to use AI within their domain.
In data cleaning
Okay.
also, they are using the AI.
Yes.
Okay.
So
Yes.
that's what I'm telling you. That it's important to know, like, what are the things that you have to include in our domain. Everything you cannot include. Okay. Nowadays, I am seeing people are saying, no, machine learning engineers and software developers, everything is same. I'm like, not really. In companies, we have dedicated departments for data, we have dedicated department for software developers. Roles and responsibilities of the software developers are different from the job and responsibilities for machine learning engineers.
Yes.
So they're complete, I would say, separate things. Okay, and again, I would say, well, again, I would like to repeat: you cannot put in all the things. You will have to find your interest, and accordingly, you will have to, like plan out the things for yourself.
Well pointed, very well pointed. And I would like to add one more thing here. If you are very good enough in Excel also, then you should know how to use Excel with the AI, or you can say ChatGPT.
Yes.
Okay, like you can elaborate, you can easily link with the Copilot. And at last I want to say, if you have to mention one specific things about college students, or any one point you have to mention about the college students, what to
Mm.
do in their college life or after the college life, so what would be that point?
Okay. So in college life, I would say enjoy. Okay, enjoy and study both. Nowadays, I can see people are just keep on studying throughout the day. See, it is important, no doubt. But I'm telling you, this time is not going to come back again. Okay, so enjoy your college life and prepare for your placements accordingly. Here, accordingly, I mean to say that it's not like that you will have to do everything, because I can see most of, like, I can see nowadays, like I review a lot of resumes of college students, and I observe that they literally mention everything in their resume: C Sharp, .NET Core, Java, GenAI, machine learning, AI, everything. See, if you will keep on mentioning all these things in your resume, it's going to literally, it's not going to help you at all.
Yes.
It's going to backfire you only during interviews. So it's better to keep your preparation, material as minimalistic as possible. Like, try to identify the things which are actually important for your placement. For example, core computer science subjects, your data structure algorithms, right? Your personal projects. Now, personal projects can be from ML or software development or from any other domain. It's up to you. So keep your preparation as minimalistic as possible with necessary things. Okay. So that is something that you'll have to keep in your mind. Next thing is that ATS resume. If you are trying to applying off campus, then ATS definitely plays a very important role. So try to include a lot of, not a lot of, I would say, whatever the keywords are important, mention in your resume. Try to pick up those keywords from the job description and mention in the resume. Now, the next question here arises that how you will get to know like which keywords you will have to mention in the resume. So there is one website, Word Cloud Generator. Like, it's a very, like, just type it on Google and you will get a lot number of links. So you can use any one of the website, and from that, just you will have to paste your job description, and it will bubble out some of the, I would say, words which you should use in your resume. So it is one, this is one thing which you can use. So like ATS compliant resume is like very important, right? Next thing is, try to connect with number of people within your university. Try to be the part of some of the communities and events. It is going to help you. It is going to help you a lot in improving your communication and networking skills as well, right? If you're getting a chance to work on some research projects, research paper, do that. So that's what I'm saying. That college time is one of the best time to do number of experiments. Only then you will get to know like what your actual interest is, right? Now, after the college, again, the important thing is to have a really good networking skills, right? Attend a lot of communities events, keep attending a lot of meetups, and apart from that, I would say when you start working in the corporate sector, try to understand the business aspect as well of the company, so that you can get to know what are the contributions you are doing, how that contribution is going to help the business or the company. That is very important to know. Okay, so these are all the things I will say. And at last but not the least, there are a lot of things which will keep on coming in the market, because tech is evolving really very fast. So I would say you don't need to be good in all the things, but you should be aware of the things whatever is going around you. Okay, so that's, I just want to highlight over that. Yeah.
Really thankful. And if you want to follow the Hers, then you can connect him on LinkedIn. I would like to mention the link on descriptions. You can easily connect it with the Hers. And if you want any help, then Hers is definitely going to help you. So yeah,
Yeah,
is
sure,
it fine?
definitely.
Yes, and I'm going to
So,
mention my LinkedIn profile link also in the description. You can check it out. And at last, thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for coming. It was pleasure talking to you, and definitely it is going to help the people who is going to watch this video in future also. And yes, really thankful to you. looking forward to do something special with you, and it was great energy. Thankful to you. Thank you so much
Thank
for your
you. Thank you
precious
so
time.
much.
Thank you so much.